Well, we've now got the end of the Acolyte. The season is now finished, and certainly for a few people, it didn't end the way they hoped it would. A lot of the mainstream media, who up until the last episode, was saying that it was a really good season, that it was working out okay, that they were disappointed by a lot of people who said contrary to that. But even they, towards the end of episode 8, have said that it didn't fulfill its promise, that it didn't deliver what it was promising to do. And I don't think it delivered anything at all, really, except to put the Jedi in a bad light. Instead of trying to make them corrupt, or trying to make them like the bad guys, and make the Sith the good guys. Okay, there's a premise there, but I just think it was badly done. It was badly executed. And now there's a lot of talk about season 2. Now, there are people who like the show who are now trying to lobby for a season 2, but there are also people now who are saying, well, actually, I'm not entirely sure a season 2 would work. Leslye Headland is one of those who is, of course, looking for a season 2, and I'm going to look at an article now where she talks about what might happen in season 2. But before we go there, don't forget to subscribe for more pop culture news, views and reviews, and let's get into it. So, the Acolyte showrunner talks season 2, more Legends and High Republic additions. Now, it's, as I said before, there are people who even defended the Acolyte at the beginning, said towards the end that it just wasn't what they expected it to be. Leslye Headland said that she stays mostly off the internet, which is about the smartest thing I can imagine her doing in her position as the Acolyte showrunner, given what's been happening online. I think it's just a lot of people have just been honest about it and said that it just hasn't worked. It just hasn't been good. I mean, obviously that's my opinion. Other people have different opinions, which is absolutely fine. But I just don't think it worked. I just don't think it worked very well at all. Now the show has aired its finale, she can talk more about the hopes for Acolyte season 2, and what she can't talk about gives us some clues as well. Okay, so they went into some questions about it. When asked about whether Osha and Cremere might decide to simply not be Sith and become something else more free without labels, I can't talk to you about that. Why? Why would there need to be something else? There's Sith and there's Jedi. That's the two factions that have been warring it out across Star Wars. Why do they need to be something without labels? I don't understand that. Why do they have to be why do they have to be a third thing? Why can't they just be Sith or Jedi? But anyway, she also said they filmed a kiss scene between the two, but that wasn't used. Both saddened but also delighted Oshamere shippers. Oshamere? They I don't like all that kind of thing where they add the two names together. But anyway, that's just me. When asked about if she knows about season 2, she said, I do not. When asked about things that she has planned for the potential season, she says, relationship between May and Vernestra, now that Sol is dead. Obviously more exploration between the juicy pairing of Osha and Cremere. Expansion of Plagueis cameo, and more stuff brought in from existing High Republic material and Legends as well. She's talking with Pablo Hidalgo about pulling more characters from the High Republic, like Vernestra. And I mean, obviously, it's the first time we've seen a kind of a live action version of Darth Plagueis, but I just don't think it would work. I think that what they're doing is they're trying to pull in these characters to try and give people on the surface what they want. But I think they're bringing these characters in to warp them and to change them into something else. They're not looking to do it in a way of celebrating these characters or showing the fans what they want. I think they're bringing them in just because they want to change them and want to upset them. She says that the Renew the Acolyte internet campaign is great. It remains unclear if Disney is going to pull the trigger on the Acolyte season 2 due to its high cost and estimated low viewership. But it's the first live action High Republic series, which has a lot invested in creativity, and clearly there are plans for a season 2 that would embrace things that current fan base of the show loves. I do not think they care about all the toxic YouTuber, Twitter, review bombing reaction to the series, and that won't be a consideration. I don't think it's review bombing. I think people are, all that stuff on Rotten Tomatoes, I think it's just people not liking it. I really do. I don't think there's review bombing going on. Lots of YouTubers talk about the fact they don't like it, and there's various reasons why they don't like it. I don't like it because I just don't think it was a very good series. Yes, the fight scenes, the lightsaber scenes, some of those were really good. I was really impressed with those, but the actual storyline just didn't really work for me. But anyway, again, that's just my opinion. But will there be a season 2? I hope not. Because at the end of season 1, right at the very death, you see the back of Yoda's head, and I'm really concerned that if there's a season 2, that they'll drag him into something and they'll change him, or they'll corrupt him, or they will, they will destroy his character or destroy his legacy that he has in Star Wars, and that would be such a shame. For me, that might be the last straw when it comes to watching Star Wars. If they destroy his character and his credibility, and his legacy, that might be it for me, because that would just be awful. So I really hope, from that point of view, they don't get a season 2. I don't want them to mess around with a wonderful character like Yoda. But anyway, those are just my thoughts. Let me know down in the comment section what you think. If you agree with me, or if you think that actually, yes, there should be a season 2, let me know down in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts.